continue on. I was watching a video, man. They actually put a chip inside of a cockroach, man. They actually done made cockroaches, them big, you know, them big giant Madagascar cockroaches.
Oh yeah.
About that fat.
Yeah.
Bro, they actually manipulated the brain, bro. Like
they done the same thing with bees.
Put a chip on the back of it to where they can act, bro. The dude actually controlling the cockroach with remote control, bro.
It's like a nano chip. Yeah,
you know
I know
what
exactly what you're talking about.
And it's sending signals. It's sending signals to this brain. Pretty much brain control.
Yep.
So if it's sending a signal to the left side of the brain, and it thinks it's the object on the left side, so it moves to the right. Send a signal to the right side of the brain, it thinks it's an object on the right side, so it moves to the left. You know, man, and that's just all out wicked, man. That's wicked, man.
So they go to show you that if they can manipulate the mind of an insect also in that way, do you not think they're gonna try to manipulate your mind? They're trying to turn you into a cyborg.
Bro, Esau is the devil, bro. Esau is the fucking devil, man. Esau is all out devil, man. The Most High gonna remove this devil out of power, man.
He has to.
Oh my goodness. You got something? All right, but yeah, like we were saying, man. That ties back into the subject, man. All this sin and iniquity around, man. You know, a kid growing up would think that's cool, but all in all, though, that's wicked, man. That's mind control, because that's going against the scriptures.
We are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
That's going against this scripture right here.
And like, you know how they say you have a electronic device, a mechanical device. When you go into that word device, they go back to the word devise. Like you're trying to devise a plan. Like when you have these new cell phones, all these new technology, you know, devices, electronic devices, they're devising plans against you. That's why Snowden brought out that they were tapping in phone calls all across the world and other things of that nature, man. Checking your text messages, your email. How come whenever I download a new app on my phone, if I have to, they say they need to know my location. If I'm downloading the app for a calculator, why do you need to know my location, man? Okay, bro.
And with that, you know, getting to them devices, how those devices are against the Heavenly Father, man, against His ways, being able to brain control and make you move and do things that, you know, that you yourself is not willing to do, pretty much turn you to a cyborg. And you know they already been testing it. They already been testing that in humans on a low scale. How like when you got a robotic arm, you use your brain signals to move the arm. You know what I mean? So like they have to tap the foot connected to your brain, so you can actually send those electrical signals to your body. Exactly. Your body is actually an electric body, man. That's why you need alkaline and electrolytes to balance out. So your body is actually electric, man. You know. But what I'm tying into is that whole mind control and brain control, that cyborg, that's all wicked, because that's going against the scriptures. It's Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's going or the Lord, how can a man then understand his own way? Because the Most High is supposed to put in your brain and direct your steps on what you're supposed to do. Yeah. But then you got Esau being a cyborg, you pretty much cutting off all connection to the Most High, and then that's why if you get that chip, you done, because you cutting off your connections from the Most High. Now you basically a basic element, you know what I mean, of the earth. You're no different from a damn computer now, because you're a cyborg now. You done cut off all your connection from all your spirituality from the Most High, man. So now you're a cyborg now. That's why if you get that chip, you done, because you done cut off your connection from the Most High, man.
You done made a blood sacrifice really with the devil. If you think about it though, you're losing your faith, because when you get that chip, they also show that you're gonna need it in order to eat, to drink, to pay certain bills and everything. So, you know, some brothers in this truth, man, we just gonna have to endure it. That's why we go through fast. But then maybe some days we don't eat.
And that's why when Job said when he began to fill his belly, then shall the Most High reign upon him. Because if you controlling the minds of the people, therefore you leave the Heavenly Father out of his job. Right. And who's going to replace the Heavenly Father?
Yeah, that's how you know who the son of perdition is.
Exactly, man. You know, that's why the Most High not going to let him fulfill his will, man. Go ahead, brother.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that goes back to Esau thinking it's rightful for them to tamper with the Most High's temple. Because nonetheless, though, the Most High created us all, but He dwells inside the children of Israel. So when you start to put, when you start to use biomechanical devices for you to have your arm, for you to use your leg, for you to function with your central nervous system, it was the Most High who took that privilege from you, man. So I say it's a privilege to be able to walk. It's a privilege for you to be able to chew your food and swallow it. It's a privilege for you to be able to wake up. And despite how wicked this society is, we still live in Eden, even though Eden is turned to a hell. So Idan basically means paradise. So whenever you lose something like your arm or your leg, and then Esau give it back to you, that's him trying to take the place of the Most High. So they're going against the Most High's ordinances, man.
This is Job 20 and 22. And for fulfillment of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, thus saith the Lord. Go ahead.
When he is about to fill his belly.
When the so-called white man about to fill his belly, that's why the economy's falling. They're trying to take all the money they can from the stock market. Read on.
God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
The Lord will cast the fury of his wrath upon you double. Go ahead.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
And that's why they're going to let them nukes off from China and Russia. That's why they had the biggest joint military naval activity since they can remember.
So they beating the drums of war, man.
That boom, boom, boom. Right now you hearing the drums of war, man. China, not to cut you off. China just they said China was over by Alaska with three combatant ships.
I think it was 5, brother.
Yeah, it was three combatant ships, one supply ship,
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
And it was amphibious ship, probably a submarine. And during the same time China was over there, they said that Obama was in Alaska, you know, on some high profile trip. So
matter of fact,
yeah,
you right, because it was like you getting an underground news, but to the public, the smoke screen, that fluff news, he was over there because climate change.
They claim that.
Exactly. That's what they. But you bring out the real deal.
Because
you know
see, what it is, they're afraid of Russia and China going over there to set up bases and also they try and get oil from the Arctic. That's all it is. But like you said, they claim it's for climate change. At first you claim that the causes of destruction of the earth was weapons of mass destruction. Then you said it was climate change. Then you said it was Al-Qaeda. Then you said it was ISIS. Now it's Russia and China. So everybody's gonna destroy the world except America. Everything is all other kind of there's all other kinds of activity, all other kinds of trends out there that's gonna destroy the world. But America's always the one to come up with the synopsis of who's gonna destroy it. Come on, man.
And then every time they say, oh, global warming, climate change, every year we having record-breaking temperatures in the winter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, this is the coldest winter ever. It's never been this cold before. But yet and still we have.
Yeah, we still having
global warming. You know?
That just go to show you, man, that the minds of the people, man, they just dumbfounded, man.
The earth, the Most High made the earth, man, to naturally rejuvenate itself. Although the so-called white man, due to his concrete jungle, he kind of interact that with all this concrete. You know, the earth it can't let out all the heat.
It's slowing down the process.
You know, because the concrete. But all in all, though, the Most High made the earth to naturally rejuvenate itself, man. You know, so really, if it weren't for all this damn concrete, man, you won't even be worrying about global warming.
And also another thing too, when the sun let off its rays and it goes into the soil, that's energy. So if the energy can't pass through the concrete, what it does, it creates a greenhouse effect. That's why up in New York, it can be very, very cold during the winter, but then around the summertime, temperature can raise to be 110 degrees. Why? Because you're living in the concrete jungle. the energy has nowhere to infiltrate, so therefore it creates a greenhouse effect.
11.
Yeah, 11 and 17 minutes.
It's a lot to catch on.
Nah, you good.
Alright, this is Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead. And the nations are angry at America because all the bullshit America orchestrates throughout the earth, man. You know, the people they have drunken that wine and it's making them sick, so they spitting that shit back up. You know, because they see that democracy is bullshit, man. You have your women out of order. You know, your kids disrespecting you. You know, because you can't discipline them due to certain laws. You know, now you got your kids viewing homosexuality activities, lesbian activities, and they passed it. You remember that video you sent me from the brothers
GTA?
about how the man they
I had to see that.
Teenagers getting sex. I mean,
Jaden Smith. Will Smith.
Shit,
they saying he's like the golden boy for the new age of the boys to come up. He's saying that he don't want to be identified as a gender. He want to cut his penis off and everything. Come on, man.
Wicked,
that's
man.
That's all I know.
And the Most High that's why the Most High gotta straight remove y'all, man. Like the brother in GTA said, man. He said, man, all the prophets are in their 20s and 30s, man. Any, you know, not knocking any brother that might come up that's 16, 17, 18. You know what I mean? But anybody after us, man, that generation is finished.
That's why they call them Generation X, man.
They done.
They done for, man.
That's
no
actually
hope.
the Babylonian generation, bro.
Cause they follow all the customs of Babylon, man.
And that's the generation that's gonna get the missiles, man.
Yep.
Because that's all they good for. Stubble.
And the brother was saying also, like, not to be boastful, but saying in the spirit, man, that's how we know, man, we the last prophet. That's how we know that this is it, man. After us, the Most High gonna have to take this place out, man, because their iniquities have gotten up to heaven. I mean, what more wickedness can you possibly do, man, in this society? What more?
And the scriptures say, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. You're not mad at this because you're not wise. You think it's wise for two men to hold hands and fornicate with one another. You know, you don't see nothing wrong with that. Lesbians and shit, you don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't see nothing wrong with a kid want to change their gender. A young male want to be effeminate. You don't see nothing wrong with that.
But they don't see nothing wrong with being slaves. Mental and emotional and spiritual slaves, man.
But they just done bow down to this devil, man.
They just gave up. They threw in the towel, man.
And that's why in the book of Psalms, David said, "Who shall rise up for me against evildoers?" That's us, man. The men of the Lord that's gonna come out here every day, man, and chant Babylon down. You know. You got some?
Go ahead.
All right. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great."
So he said he gonna give reward to the prophets and those that fear his name, man. So that's how you know Nate is not a prophet. General YAHAWAH is not a prophet. GOCC YAHAWAH is not a prophet. AOC, HODC, all the other so-called Israelite people, they're not the prophets because they're not born by the name of YAHAWASHI. And they like to make up excuses like, well, where in the Bible does it say that? Nobody scripture says, even the mystery that been here from the beginning of time has been revealed right now to the men. Who? The real men of the Lord. So for you to question that, why would it clearly distinguish out that when YAHAWAH not falling off the horse, he spoke to him in Hebrew? Because his name is in Hebrew. Go ahead, baby.
And it says, "And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth."
Right, so the Lord's going to destroy these other... See, when we talk about the so-called white men all the time, all the other nations have drunk from that cup also.
They just the leaders.
Yeah.
You know?
Even in no, I was gonna say something else. Even in certain Illuminati traditions and rituals, they'll have a cup of blood. and you have to sip from this cup, and they pass it around. Somebody else sip from the cup, and you pass it around. All you other nations have done the same thing. It's spiritual though. You drink up from that same cup.